really ready to go.
Fucking stuttering! Fucking stuttering! Fucking stuttering!
Take me by the hand, 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 he, him, they, them, he, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, what the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man,
Fucking stuttering!
ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, my God, I'm bending the head. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, that's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yad, 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 yad. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yad, 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 yad. It's really ready to go. You're some Hollywood horse bitch. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man,
Fucking stuttering!
ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, bring on my quad, your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. She was like, it's so. Oh look, what a coincidence. God damn, I hate this day. I can't say the word tampon. Who fuck? There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda. Twat waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel! You are dog shit! Fucking crap! Ideology!
press the wrong button again.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Afternoon Tea. I'm your host, as always. Yeah, tough crowd, fucking hell. As from Hill versus Bayford. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Americanos, blue jeans and chinos. Happy 250. Happy 4th of July weekend. Obviously, it's the 5th today, so you don't get too much pomp and circumstance. It's gonna be a heck of a weekend here. For the box office that we're particularly interested in. Even though, you know, hey Jane, how you doing, sweetie? And I see Lady Erin as well, and Cole Hauser. They're me blues. I see me blues. Is Lord Thoth? I need to scroll up. I need to scroll and see if Lord Thoth is here as well. I don't see him. If he's there, I'm going to give him a hello. If he's there, I'm going to give him a hello as well. Okay, okay. Well, be that way, you know. Fucking hell. Even though we're all, let's just be honest. I think we're all sick to the back teeth of this. Yeah. Okay, cool. I know I am. The thing is, though, right? You can be both simultaneously sick to the back teeth of something and still somehow, because of the consistent changing in the informations, it's just like, you know, you think it's going one way, then it switches into the other direction. If you see my videos this week on the Supergal, it had a decent Tuesday comparative to the Monday. Now Tuesdays is the biggest day of the week for the week, apart from Friday, obviously. But in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday is the biggest one, and it did better than I thought it would, right? But we're talking like such minor numbers here. It's not like it did better by millions. It did better by like 400, 500, 600K. Then the Wednesday, it just came crashing right back down to earth. And then the Thursday, which is, again, normally the lowest of the weekdays, somehow the Thursday was higher than the Wednesday. So I was thinking, okay, 4th of July weekend, it's probably being elevated. You know, a rising tide lifts all ships. Then the Friday came in. Holy. And it had an absolutely dreadful Friday. Dreadful. So I'm like, okay, I'm sort of like trying to predict based on the data, number one, the data that's coming in. And it's impossible because the data's saying it might have when I say a decent hold, it might not fall by 60, 70%. It might only fall by 45 to 55. But then you see the Friday and you're just like, oh no, it could. Now, the Friday drop-off percentage is always going to be higher than the Saturday, Sunday, because the previous Friday, the opening Friday, incorporates the preview night. That's why you get these, if a movie's not performing well, that's why you get these huge drop-off percentage numbers. It's down by 80%. Is Saturday going to be down by 80? No. Is Sunday? No. But then you realize it's Supergirl and you're just like, I don't even know anymore. I don't even fucking know anymore. So I am absolutely I have no idea how to predict this weekend. So it is going to be very interesting to see what happens when this weekend comes in, because the Saturday and Sunday, they're not going to be good. Like last week, the Saturday was just barely higher than the Friday. And again, Saturday is the best performing day of the weekend. I thought, just to recall, I think the Friday, if you take away the preview numbers, did 10.4 million. And then the Saturday only did 10.8 million. I thought that Saturday was going to do, based off 10.4, I thought it was going to do around 15. So that didn't happen. And then the Sunday, they predicted at 9.1 million, and it ended up doing 7.8. I think it was. Let me just check. 7.9. Ended up doing 7.9. 1.2 million below. I've been loving this. You know, I might be sick to the back teeth of hearing the fucking word Supergirl, but I have been loving it. It honestly could not happen to a more incompetent company in Warner Brothers. There was a shill guy, John Rocker. This is a shill journalist. This guy like company. Don't clip that. He fucking glazes companies all day, every day. And this week because there seems to be a lack of self-awareness epidemic sweeping the world right now. And this week he decides, and I only know this because I saw Gary retweeting. I don't follow this fucking dude. But this week he starts off by saying we need to get influencers out. We need to get influencers out of promoting movies. There's no evidence to suggest that influencers are in any way, shape, or form bringing more people to the cinema. And Gary was just like, yeah, shilling for corporations is your job, John, isn't it? Which is exactly what this is his lack of self. He's basically saying, can we get rid of the influencers because they're hindering me from sucking corporate cock, right? I'm trying to fillet the corporate member in front of me, but people keep walking, the influencers keep walking across and knock. I'm trying to. And then later in the week, or at least the second tweet that Gary retweeted or quote tweeted, was John Rocker saying, do you know what? There's been a lot of disappointment at Warner Brothers over the course of the last decade or more. I think there comes a time when you have to start to look at yourself. John! They put the company up for sale! John! They sold the fucking company! Did you think that was a hint that it was fucked, mate? Did you put that one and one together? Fucked plus Warner equals sold. I'm like, is this guy this stupid? Because I don't really invest myself in the world of shill media. Apart from when we're just having a bit of a giggle, you know? Holy fuck, dude! I see if I can find that. I see if I can find that. See if I can I can because I responded with here we go. Look at this. Here, look at this. Hey, come here. Look at this. When you look at this DC movie run from Man of Steel to Supergirl, removing the TV shows here, it is a monumentally terrible run. At some point, it's Warner Brothers that's the issue here. No fucking shit, Sherlock. Yes, John. That's why the fucking studio had to be sold. Oh, man. By the way, these are the people that are calling us bigots and homophobes and all this kind of shit. They can't fucking rub a brain cell together. Hey, John, can you put the pieces together? Terrible box office plus Warner equals sold to Paramount, who are also tens of billions in debt. And I'll be honest, so far, and I know it's early days, but so far I haven't seen any statement of intent from the Ellisons to correct this ship. I ain't seen any. I love seeing this new DC universe fail. It feels good. Dude, I love it when shit fails. I do. It's deserved. And you could I don't think many of you are, but there could be some of you being like, isn't that, you know, not really the done thing as? You know, isn't that a bit cruel as? Okay. And I know I'm creating a straw man here, but I have to do it for, you know, for the purposes of continuing this. We are like, if James Gunn is fired right now, right this very second, he gets the call. James? Yes? No, hold on. Sorry. James? Hold on. I'll go get him because his wife answers the phone because he's not allowed to. Gregory! I see you, Gregory. Shit, I haven't even set up a grift. Gregory, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute, mate. We'll get to that in a minute. Holy. But now you've made me realize I've got to set up a grift. One super chat, red and higher. Let's go for 3 hours. How will you celebrate? Supergirl loses another $1 billion. Gregory, you're a fucking legend. Where was I? What was I saying? Oh, yeah. James Gunn, who's not allowed to answer the phone because in his house, his wife does. Can you put James on, please? Okay. I thought that was his wife's boyfriend. Touche. Sir, touche. So his wife's boyfriend answers the phone. Says, James, it's for you. I'm going to go back to plowing your wife. And James picks up the receiver and goes, hello. Hello, it's James Gunn here. And Warner say, James, you're fired. We're letting you go. You're done. It's over. No more DC for you. We're shutting down production of Man of Tomorrow. We're going to take stock. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that happens. James Gunn The dude never has to work another day in his life. Neither does generations of his family, if he had any. You know, the guy is I don't know how much James Gunn's worth is. Let's just see what the internet claims it is. But I'm reckoning it's probably over 100 million. Probably over 100 million. James Gunn is worth approximately $70 million, apparently, according to the internet. And he earned 15 million for directing Superman. He got paid 15 million for Superman. Holy shit. Which, by the way, didn't make its money back at the box office. Just saying. So if James Gunn's fired today, right now, this very moment, ego-wise, I'm sure it would be a big blow because whatever. The blow that his missus gives to his cock. But in terms of, you know, do I feel sorry for somebody with $70 million that made a shit or has made multiple pieces of shit? I can't comment on Creature Commandos because nobody watched Creature Commandos. Nobody cared. Opening your universe to a fucking animated series that nobody fucking saw is Superman underperformed at the box office. No denying that. Didn't make it, like I said, didn't make its money back at the box office. Peacemaker Season 2 was holy garbage. It was one of the worst pieces of TV I have ever watched in my life. And that, I'm not even kidding. It was painful. Absolutely painful. And I've watched Batgirl and Naomi and shit like that. How many episodes was it? 6 or 8? I can't remember how many. And She-Hulk. She-Hulk was more fun to do a review on because A, it was about 20 minutes an episode. And B, it was so bad, you could just laugh and rip it to shreds. But I can't remember how many episodes of Peace. Somebody just check for me, please. How many episodes was there of Peacemaker Season 2? 6 or 8? Something like that. I laughed once in the whole of the series. Once. And do you know why? Do you know what it was? It was a Hitler joke. It was literally a huge mural of Adolf Hitler on a fucking wall. And she went, didn't that give you a hint? And Peacemaker just went, I didn't see it. Was there? That was the only thing that got a giggle out of me. And I sort of went, and that was it. That was it. It was 8 episodes. Thank you. 8 episodes. And that was the only fucking giggle it got out of me. James Gunn painted a world where black people were rounded up into concentration camps as a utopic world. It was a utopia. What you trying to say there, James? What you trying to say there, James? He said, okay. Okay. Holy. Peacemaker, absolute garbage. And then Supergirl. Here we are. Supergirl. Next up. Next! Supergirl. Which is bombing so badly that we are the game that we are, and this isn't hyperbolic. The game that we are literally playing right now is, can Supergirl beat Morbius at the cinema? That is the game that we're now playing. Because I think Morbius ended on 167 million worldwide. And it's going to be tough for Super. Yeah, 162. 162.7 worldwide. And it's actually going to be interesting to see if Supergirl can beat that. I haven't seen Morbius. I don't care about Morbius. I haven't seen Kraven the Hunter. I don't give a fuck about Kraven the... But when you're playing the game, can Supergirl get to 162 million? You know you're in... I don't think it will either. Night Shadow, I don't think it's going to do 162 million. And when the Saturday and Sunday come in, and they're both predictions, by the way, so there's a chance they can go down even further. But when the Saturday and Sunday prediction comes in, and it will be clarified tomorrow night, when all is said and done, Supergirl is going to crawl over the 100 million mark this weekend with the addition of the international and also the Saturday Sunday figures. How much over 100 million? I reckon it's going to be around 110 to 115. And he could say, well, if it's going to be on 115 million by the end of its second weekend, of course it's going to beat Morbius. No. You got to take those diminishing returns into consideration. So if you halve what it did this week and add it to next week, then it's gonna be tough. Yeah, let me bring up some figures for you. We're all nerds here. We love a good stat off, you know. So right for now, the Supergirl box office domestic is 52.5 million, right? Amazon rentals do not count towards box office. Box office is what it takes at the theaters and the theaters alone. Okay? Things like VOD and Blu-ray, DVD sales, they are post box office sales. And sometimes they actually show up on the numbers, by the way. But this is including Friday, 52.5 million. Supergirl's initial prediction was 55 million for the opening weekend. 55 million for the opening weekend. And that was the low side. The higher side was 69. So its initial prediction was 55 to 69 million in its opening weekend. It hasn't even hit 55 in its first week. Angry Joe's going to buy at least 25 copies. And then he's going to go round to the Republican Party headquarters in Austin. And he's going to distribute it to a bunch of Republicans and tell them that if they don't watch Supergirl, then Nazi Trump is going to claim their soul, or so. I don't fucking something like that. It was 67. Sorry, 55 to 67 million. Maybe I've got 69 on my mind for a completely different reason. Giggity. So in its first week, and not only in its first week, in its first 8 days, 6, 7, in its first 8 days, it hasn't even hit the low end of its initial prediction. Because we're on day 8 now. And that incorporates day 8. Look, on the Friday, it couldn't even muster $1,000 a theater on average. Is Angry Joe still defending Supergirl on Twitter? I haven't seen anything from him in days now. After he kept walking into the cupboard door, after he just kept getting humiliated, maybe Alex and another Joe said, Jose, you've got to fucking stop. It's time to fucking stop, dude. So I haven't heard shit. Maybe he's had a mental breakdown. Maybe he's in a fucking mental ward somewhere. Wouldn't surprise me. Seething Sanchez. It's a good one, that. It's a good one, that. So in 8 days, it still hasn't made up what they thought it was going to do at the lowest end of its opening weekend. But here's a couple of stats for you, right? So Supergirl opened up to the abysmal 37.1 million, okay? How much further did that go up? Well, after the first week, it ended on 48.8. So the week's take was just shy of 12 million. That was it. The weekday, just shy of 12 million the weekdays. So imagine that's your first week, 48.8. And if next week goes down by 50%, that becomes 24. And if that 24 goes down by 50% the week after, that goes to 12. And then it goes to 6. And then it goes to 3. You see how this works? I said it on The Real BBC this week. Supergirl is going to be on VOD before Spider-Man comes out at the theaters. I guarantee you that. We're on day 8. And you've got to be thinking already. I'll talk about PlayStation, don't worry. I do have a video, but I want to do some PlayStation talk. We're on day 8, right? Oh, it's 100% coming out on VOD this month. 100. You have to believe they are already thinking, fuck. Should we put it on VOD this week? By the way, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I bet you there has been discussions. Should we just put it on VOD right now? I can see that. I can see that conversation happening. And then I can see the cope. Well, if we put it on VOD now, then it's admitting that it's a complete disaster, which it is. And remember, Superman, which they're trying to glaze based off how poorly Supergirl's done. Again, Superman did not make its money back at the box office. Superman was on VOD after 30 days. Was it day 31? It was 31. Superman was on VOD. Because it was the head of Netflix testified under oath that Superman had underperformed. which was pretty funny. Which was very, very funny. What we need, because I don't think Zack Snyder's the right person. I think his films are better, and I think at least Zack Snyder had a vision. Now, there were some serious problems in that vision, but there was stuff that I did like in that as well. There's nothing that I like about this universe in the slightest. But what we need is somebody that actually understands the source materials being used and understands heroicism. James Gunn is the least heroic person on planet fucking Earth. He hates heroes. You can see how he hates heroes by the writing of Superman. In Supergirl, he couldn't help. So when Superman was there, he was the butt of every joke. Mark Miller, with an A, would be a great choice, by the way. He would be a great choice. Mark knows Mark doesn't just know heroes inside out and what they mean and their importance and all this kind of, he doesn't just know all of that, but he fucking loves it. He loves it. He eats, breathes, shits this kind of stuff. Did you know that Mark Millar, he doesn't make any money from his comics. He does them for free. He does them for free. He writes them for free. All the money that's made from the sale of his comics, he gives to the creative teams. He gives to the artists, the inkers, the letterers. He gives to the group of people that made the comic. He takes zilch. Zilch. Now, he's a very well-off man. You know, he got himself some great movie deals. He got himself a great Netflix deal. But even with that said, that is a really fucking cool thing to do. That is a really cool thing to do. So yes, would he be a good choice? 100%. 100%. He'd be a great choice. There have been a lot of fun adaptations. The first Kick-Ass movie was great. The first Kingsman movie was great. Wanted. These are all Mark Miller. These are all Mark Miller. Those are really great, fun fucking films as well. Now, if we can get a really cool Nemesis movie or a really cool Nemesis TV show, Netflix show, fuck yeah, come on. But Supergirl was worse than a fucking CW show. It was worse than a CW show. Crap. Crap in a glass. So I'm going to keep my eye on the box office for when it updates. It might update during this. Boobies. But I'm going to go into some supers to start with because they've stacked up a wee bit. And then I want to have a bit of a chit chat about PlayStation and video games. Because there's been some hot takes. And I did a video. If you saw my video, thanks, number one. But if you haven't seen my video, you should probably go check it out. But we'll go into the ins and outs of that. But Big PD, I should really say, sorry, Big PD, gifting a membership. Thank you. And Malcolm Tucker gifting 5 memberships to the stream. Oh, by the way, Thank you, Malcolm. You're a ledge, mate. You're a ledge. Now, fuckity bye. QBG is being a good father this weekend. What an asshole. So, it's the headliners today. Well, if Cara is free, she hasn't said that she isn't, but if Cara is free, it's going to be the headliners today for Sunday Fun Day. Burnout with a $2 says, why did Minions underperform this weekend? That's a good question. That's a good question. Because even though it was released on a Wednesday, instead of having a Thursday preview and an official release on the Friday, it released on the Wednesday. So you had Wednesday, then Thursday before you got to the Friday. But even though it did that, it still massively underperformed comparative to the other Minions movies. Like, the last Minions movie to come out was The Rise of Gru, and that took 938 million at the box office. Domestic take 370. Okay. Minions and Monsters so far, 41 million after 3 days. Let's bring this up. So why did it underperform? I don't know. Look, I did a little look because I saw this super chat before the stream started. I had a look. I couldn't give two fucking shits about Minions. I couldn't give two fucking shits. But the first Minions movie was 2015? 2015? That's 11 years ago. You know, there's a lot of that audience are probably growing out. But 41 million in 3 days, that's more than Supergirl's opening weekend. Okay. I don't know. Maybe an aging audience. Maybe because it's what, the fifth Minions movie. I think there comes a time when maybe people just don't care anymore. Toy Story 5 wasn't that far behind Minions, and might have even, there's a possibility that it might overtake it again. Maybe. So maybe there's more interest in taking the kids to see Toy Story 5 than there is this Minions movie. But I think when you're starting to get into the fifth film and it's sort of the same recycled stuff. It's a bunch of yellow things going around going, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely massively underperforming in comparison to its previous box offices. However, will it make money? Yes. What's the budget of this film? 85 million. 85 million. Yeah, the Fast series, Norman, are very different because they were bringing in new actors. They brought in The Rock. They brought in Jason Statham. They brought in different actors, action actors, which could actually inject fresh blood. This is a bloody CGI thing. It's the complete and utterly different. But it cost 85 million. I don't know what the marketing is. I wouldn't say it was huge. Let's say 40 to 50. So 160, 260. So it's got to hit about 270 to break even. And it'll do that no problem. How much, what will it end on? Don't know. But at least with an 85 million budget, you give yourself a chance to make a profit. Now, in the past, these films have made huge profits. But yeah, when you're doing 170 million plus 125 marketing, and you're not even trying to get a worldwide audience. I don't even, honestly, I don't even know who Supergirl is targeted towards. I honestly don't know who it's targeted towards. Because the only audience that I can legitimately see is smelly, hairy feminists that haven't showered in weeks. Because if you look at that film, Supergirl will probably stinks. She never washes. She never showers. She just puts her old clothes on and goes out to... She probably stank of stale piss. Is that something for a girl to look up to emulate? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. That could just be me, though. That could just be me. I don't think so, though. But it is majorly underperforming comparative to the other films. Absolutely. However, it isn't. In actual fact, it is the biggest movie of all time because Box Office Mojo said that it did $16.4 billion on Friday. $16.4 billion. $16.4 billion. Congratulations to Minions and Monsters. Absolutely destroying Gone with the Wind. It's over. Cinemas are now installing gold seats as we speak. It's a new golden era for Hollywood. It's a new golden era for the Minions franchise after this $16 billion weekend. Well, not even a weekend, just Friday. Just Friday. And what's even scarier is that this has been up for 24 hours now. And Box Office Mojo, for some reason, still haven't managed to change it. So there we go. Congratulations to Minions and Monsters. You guys. Wait. Did Gregory do? Gregory did it again. I didn't even see. Gregory. You know what that means, Gregory? It means we have to refresh the grift, by the way. Supergirl, hold on. Supergirl does 16 billion on Saturday. Because, as you know, Gregory, the grift never ends, mate. As you're fully aware. But we're getting to you in a second, bud. We're getting to you in a second. Crimson Shadow has become, or remembered, I should really say. Thank you, Crimson Shadow. Rob Lego Patriot has been a member for 10 months. Thank you, Rob. I've been doing some good Lego builds. the last few days. Doing some castle build. Ugh. SJ Almighty with a 73 months says, has it really been that long? 73 months. 73. Fucking hell. Yes, sir. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. And SJ Almighty, I don't even have to look. This is a diamond geezer super sticker. Thank you, SJ. Benjamin with a 71 month membership. Benji, thank you, bud. No, actually, it's not Lion Knights. I actually bought some third party to see what it was like. I bought a Lumi Brick set, and I bought 2 other third party sets, and they're actually really good. By the way, Lumi Bricks has the best instructions for construction that I've seen. They're way better than Lego. The other third party, the instructions, not so much. But their builds are good and fun. But Lumi Bricks' instructions, and it was nice. The thing that I built was nice. But the instructions for Lumi Bricks are fucking brilliant. It's like, how is Lego's instructions not like this? How? Anyway. Crimson Shadow with a 32 months. See, I told you remembered. Hope you're doing good, Az. Thanks once again for keeping this mad sportsman entertained. Hey, you're welcome, bud. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. No, I miss manuals with video games as well, but we'll talk about video games in a minute. We're probably going to go 3 hours today instead of 2. I mean, I ain't going to promise anything, but I want to do some talking. You know, with you guys. Calmug with a £5 says, hi, Az. Just want to say that I think your videos this year have been a step up from previous. So whatever you changed, I think it's working. Hail chat. Calmug, thank you, dude. Callum, thank you. It's Callum G, isn't it? And I just went Callum. It's Callum G. I appreciate. Thank you very much. Do you know what? I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you. Wait, what? Refresh the grift. Wait, what? I thought I had. It didn't refresh for some. It's. Gregory's broken it. He's broken the grift. he's super chatted so hard. He's super chatted so hard. I can't set up another grift. I've tried. It's not. Let's try. Hold on. Supergirl will do your laundry. Let's see if this works. Let's start. Let's see if that works. No, it's broken. Gregory super chatted so hard it broke it. Yeah. YouTube went, no more grifting for you, sunshine. No more grifting for you today. Okay, whatever. Okay. No more grifting for me on this stream chat, Soz. My bad. Where did we get to? Oh, yeah. Callum. Look, if that is the case, and I thank you for your compliment, I'll tell you what it is. Last year, I didn't do that many videos, period. I'd sort of lost my my desire, my motivation to, my grift quota must have been filled. I kind of lost my motivation to do videos, and I was much more interested in just streaming, doing my video game streams and doing my standard streams. You know, Real BBC, FNT. There was Ripping a Silverback. Then there was Afternoon Tea. Then there was Sunday Funday. So I had 5 different shows on the go, plus the video game streams that I was doing. This year, I kind of got the itch to get back into doing videos again. I wanted to do more videos and cut back on the streaming. James Gunn called you guys basement dwellers. Oh my God. How will we ever recover? Do you know what basement dwellers are, James? They're your customer base. I don't know. He might have done. He might not have done. But I tell you what, if this is a basement, then it's a fucking awesome basement. Woo! Let's give a round of applause for the basement. Yeah, I sort of, and this year I wanted to do more video. I kind of got my motivation to do more videos. And certainly with the Supergirl stuff, probably have. But it's been so much fun. There's Lord Thoth. Hi. I've had so much fun covering this absolute fucking shit stain of a disaster. You've probably seen it in my face. This is glorious to behold. We you know, Jaded Fat, I see you as well. We could have predicted this. Dude, turn your caps lock off as I'll turn you off. Speak like a normal person. We predicted this a mile away, right? As soon as it was announced Supergirl was coming next. I mean, I know my torch lights the way and everything, but, you know, it didn't take a fucking genius to work out that was a terrible decision. Terrible decision. You've just had an underperforming Superman movie, which didn't make its money back at the box office. And then the second movie is going to be Supergirl. If Superman couldn't make its money back at the box office, how the fuck was Supergirl going to make its money back at the box office? It didn't make any sense. Then, of course, why was Supergirl going second? This isn't a character that goes second in a brand new universe. Batman goes second. Wonder Woman goes third. Then maybe even make a Trinity movie where they all come together to form the Trinity. Supergirl's way down the fucking line. She's a derivative character. And not a derivative character that has mass popularity. So we all said, this is a retarded decision because it was a retarded decision. And then the next movie is going to be Clayface. Now, Clayface is a much lower budget. Clayface has got about a $50 million budget. But Clayface was never intended to be in James Gunn's universe. But now it is. Because I guess Gunn needs scripts. So at least with a $40 million budget, $50 million budget, Clayface has a chance to actually make a profit. But how good is the movie going to be? And are people going to care? And these are two very big questions. Because if they didn't turn up to Superman and they didn't turn up to Supergirl, what hope does Clayface have? Now, if I was doing the marketing behind Clayface, I would lean 100% into the horror Not the superhero, the horror. Horror is white hot right now. White hot. I by the way, I heard a little thing or two about Obsession. Yeah, maybe the budget was a little bit more than they reckoned it was. That they're saying it anyway. Okay. By the way, not huge amounts. Let's just say maybe that's 750,000. Not so true. Not so true. Anyway, I would lean into horror. I would try and steer away from the superhero elements as much as possible right now. And if you try and, because I thought the first trailer was pretty decent. It certainly had me interested. Certainly had me interested. Did you see Talisian and Evitel called you out for some of your Supergirl videos? Am I still living rent free in that cuck's fucking head? Dude, that do you know why that guy hates me? I'll tell you why that guy hates me. It's because he's a fucking fake. He's a fake bitch. And when I say we used to do WoW content, while we're doing WoW content, I used to do WoW content. He slipped into my DMs, not DMs, he emailed me actually. And was just like, dude, you need to do this to maximize your money. Because to him, it's just about money. It was just about money. I didn't give a fuck. Because I'd put up a little video going, I'm live streaming right now on Twitch. Come watch me on Twitch. So I used to stream on Twitch instead of YouTube. And he wanted to kind of form this clique. And I wasn't interested. I wasn't interested in these fucking little gay clique. Because to him, it was just about access. It was about access and money, getting access to Blizzard, making money. That was it. Didn't give a fuck really about anything else. That was his full motive. I didn't care. I didn't care. Can't buy me off. Anyway, I haven't heard anything from them for like donkey's years. I'm glad. It's nice to live it rent free in people's heads, but I'm not going to have a go because it's rude to punch down on people. Okay. Anyway. Move on from that. So with Clayface, I thought the first trailer was interesting, but you gotta lean into that horror. Because if they try to promote this as a Batman villain with no Batman in the film, then you're gonna have a lot of journalists who don't really. Hold on, I'm gonna get right. I told you to turn your caps lock off. You didn't listen. You haven't listened. If you can't abide by the rules, I don't have many rules. Very simple. Au revoir, mate. You're going to get the media going, it's a Batman villain, but there's no Batman. Where's Batman? Well, the Batman 2's coming, but that's in a completely different universe. Blah, 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 blah. Normies know who the Joker is. The Joker is a pop culture icon worldwide. You show somebody a picture of the Joker, they'll go, that's the Joker. More often than not, pretty much anywhere around the world. So you put a picture of Clayface in front of somebody, a normie's going to be, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? So it's already fighting an uphill battle in terms of Clayface doesn't have any brand recognition. Probably only known, for the most part, in comic circles, geek circles. It's got a best chance to make money, but it's got to be a good film at the same time. And if it's not a good film, it's you know, it's tough. And then what comes after Clayface? More Superman and Supergirl, Man of Tomorrow. Holy shit. So the thing which didn't work with Superman and the thing that absolutely didn't work with Supergirl is back for more. Oh, fuck. Wow. Sorry, guys. I think I fucking drifted off then. So the chances that Man of Tomorrow is going to do less than Superman are quite high. So if Man of Tomorrow does less than Superman, it's most likely going to have a very similar budget to Superman. Probably 200, 220 at the very least. Plus, it's going to get 100+ million marks. It's probably going to need to make the same amount of money as Superman, which Superman couldn't even do. Oh, man. So it's in this whole... This isn't a DC universe. This is a superverse. This isn't a DC universe. There's been no diversity in it. Diversity of characters. There's been plenty of other there hasn't been any diversity of character. Because if you just look at it from a cinematic perspective, Superman, Supergirl, Clayface, Superman, Supergirl. Because she's going to be in Man of Tomorrow. Apparently, she has a, quote, important role in Man of Tomorrow. So what sort of universe is that? When all it is Superman, Supergirl, Superman, Supergirl. It's not a universe. It's not a universe. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's been horrifically mismanaged. Horrifically mismanaged. No, Snacks with a $2 says America. America. Crimson Shadow with a £3 fist bump bang right at you. Don't forget JG's Justice Gang. Yeah, instead of I call it the Justice Gang because it's JG, James Gunn. Do you get it? Do you get it? And apparently, because if Ellison lets this go on, he's, well, a fucking idiot. There's the Jimmy Olsen Gorilla Grodd TV show, which is a comedy. By the way, Jimmy Olsen is James Gunn's self-insert in this universe. I just, look at that. I've redded me eye with a rub. There we go. Who the fuck wants a Jimmy Olsen? Why Jimmy Olsen? Because it's James Gunn. It's his self-insert. So James Gunn wants to write a show about himself. With Gorilla Grodd? Oh, this is painful. painful. Cole Hauser with a 45 months says, good morning, my brother. Looking forward to the Transformers Con this coming weekend. Don't worry. We'll find you what you need. Lots of pics and vids coming. Nice. Nice. I think I can say the idea of a Jimmy Olsen TV show is a bunch of bollocks. Oh. If they wanted to do it, it should be based on Silver Age, not that crap run from a few years ago. It's not going to be, it's going to be their own thing. It's going to be terrible. If they thought Peacemaker was funny, that we're already screwed. Peacemaker wasn't funny. It wasn't even close to funny. It was repulsive. And by the way, it wasn't even a Peacemaker show either, season 2. It was a James Gunn's wife show. She was the main character. She was the one everybody talked about. She was the motivation for fucking Peacemaker. This is why boobs. This is why I love this shit failing. Chef's kiss. This is why I love it to fail. This is garbage. This is garbage written by somebody who shouldn't be let anywhere near these classic superheroes. Not even close to. So the more it fails, the more I'll cheer. Gus with a membership for 29 says, no, Nathaniel. Oh, no, Nathaniel. Boom. No, Nathaniel, no. There must be more to life. There has to be a way that we can restore to life the life we used to know, Nathaniel, no. Jeffrey Wayne's War of the Worlds musical is fucking amazing. Dude, I used to listen to Jeffrey Wayne's War of the Worlds on repeat when I was a kid, when I was younger. I haven't listened to it in such a long time. Maybe now, maybe this evening after Sunday Fun Day, I'll go downstairs. I'll make me some. I'm building a Lego piece at the minute, and then I'll put Jeffrey Wayne's War of the Worlds. Oh my god, I don't have a record, but I had it on cassette. I used to have it on cassette, and then I upgraded to a CD. I never had it on record though. By the way, that is a great song. That is one of the great songs. I love my personal favorite, Thunderchild. Thunderchild is my personal favorite. Cassette, yes. I had it on cassette. I'm that old. Richard Burton did the narration on it. Yeah. David Essex. Didn't David Essex play Nathaniel? Wasn't it David Essex that played Forever Autumn? Oh, Forever Autumn's amazing. Yeah, I was gonna put it on YouTube. My life will be forever autumn. I don't know. Maybe Forever Autumn. Forever Autumn, Thunderchild. Oh, ooh. Ooh. Damn. Oh, dude, thank you for that, by the way. Oh, you've made, oh, man. You might have sorted out my evening for me. Munchlax with a 45 months says, the Sony no physical media reminds me of Tucker and Dale versus Evil when the guy, the gun, is trying to switch off the safety. Right, I'll go into this a bit more in a bit. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, I would say 95% sure. This generation of console is the last one I'm ever purchasing. And I don't just mean that because of the decision by Sony to cut physical media. This generation of console, I have the Xbox dehumidifier. I have the PlayStation 5, and I barely touch them. There's no point. There's no reason to. Apart from being plugged in now in my front room, that's it. Most exclusives are coming out on PC anyway, or you just wait until they do come out on PC. And once upon a time, consoles used to be the benchmark for technology. They were ahead of PCs. So there was a great incentive to get a console because they used to be technologically ahead of a PC. Because a console was just purely designed for gaming, whereas a PC was designed for a multitude of different things. So you never really got gaming PCs back in the day. So the consoles would come out, they would be the technological pushers. Boom. Then, what, 15 years ago? A little bit under, maybe. But around about 15 years ago, the people that made the games consoles decided they wanted to make entertainment systems. And so entertainment systems, they wanted to get rid of the stigma of gamers. Because gamers were seen as, well, those people from the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. So they wanted to get rid of that stigma of the smelly, racist gamer. And these were now entertainment systems. This is an entertainment system. You can put your entertainment system in the front room and you can watch TV. Do you know what else you can watch TV on? A fucking TV! I'm just going to turn on the Xbox. Ooh! What game are we playing? Oh, no. I'm turning on the Xbox so we can watch TV. Well, why don't you just turn the TV on to watch the TV? Yeah, but I'm doing it through the Xbox. Hey, do you want to do some fantasy sports? Do you want to do some fantasy football on the Xbox with me? No. No, I don't. Do you know what I want to do? I want to play some fucking kick-ass video games on a powerhouse of a console. Well, sorry, eh? And consoles started to fall behind PCs. They started to fall behind PCs in terms of technology. PCs were producing better graphics, better frame rates. And consoles just became bricks in your house. I didn't even really need to purchase this generation of console either. I could justify it for work. But I'll tell you what, if I wasn't doing YouTube, again, it's another thing. Could I justify it? No. The Xbox dehumidifier has just been nothing more than a block in my front room that does nothing. I think in my video I said that I haven't purchased any games for the Xbox. I think I got God of War, the second one, from the new ones. But I never, but there again, I can't remember if I got that for the PS5. I think it was anyway. There isn't a console war anymore. That's been dead for donkey's years. Xbox lost that donkey's years. And then Sony found a shotgun and said, hey, I wonder what would happen if I started to repeatedly shoot myself in the face with this. And then Asmongold, he said his thing was just like, well, it's kind of your fault that we're in this predicament because you show me the last 10 games that you purchased. And I think it's more complicated than that. I think we've been funneled into a position where physical games have been redundant. There's just no point in getting a physical game. There's no incentive to get one. And it was interesting because I was having a look at the PS5 because I haven't bought many PS5 games, between 15 to 20 tops, I think. The Final Fantasy, the new Final Fantasies, I got them because I'm a, Final Fantasy fan. Demon Souls, the Tomb Raider remakes, the Resident Evil games, because it's Resident Evil. Final Fantasy 16 as well as the Final Fantasy 7 remakes. Octopath Traveler 2. I'm trying to remember desperately. And there's others. There's some. Oh yeah. And the remaster of Oblivion. There's one. Now, what's interesting about the remaster of Oblivion is on the case, it has requires a download. So my physical copy of Oblivion Remaster won't even play if I'm not connected to the internet, because it will not have the data on the disc required for me to play it. A game which isn't even an online game. And that's another problem that they did. They wanted everything to be online only. And if it's online only, because they can control everything. They can control the price. They can control the content. They can censor the content, and they can take everything away from you. And if I will try hard not to make this sound like an insult, but if you believe that this is in an effort to prevent piracy, then I've got news for you. in actual fact, not only will this not have any impact on piracy, this is most likely going to lead to higher levels of piracy. This is all about controlling what the customer can do with their content. And I discussed in my video, if you believe, oh, by the way, not just the Sony or the Microsoft or the Nintendo or whatever, but your government as well. And that's not me, you know, oh my goodness me, he's been a conspiracy theorist. We already exist in a world where governments have banned games in their respective countries. We're already there. So what happens if the UK government, because that's where I'm from, what happens if the UK government suddenly decide that they don't want you to have access to X, Y, and Z? And cut you off from that? Can you put your physical copy in and play it? No. What happens, like Too Human and stuff like that, what happens if a license issue arises and the game gets pulled completely? Because that's happened as well. And what happens if you buy a movie or a TV show and you have a license issue there, and Sony, as they did this week, turn around and say they're going? Well, do I get a refund? I paid for these. No, because you don't own it. You license it. They want you to license stuff. They don't want you to own anything. Because ownership takes away their control. Physical media, whether it be Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, VHSs, CDs, video games, physical media, they cannot control. They cannot prevent you from playing them. It's bonkers that we're in an era where offline games need an online connection to be played. That's mental. That's got nothing to do whatsoever with piracy. It's the good go-to excuse. And yeah, you got to pull out the cliches. But the cliches aren't wrong, because if buying a game doesn't mean that you own it, then piracy doesn't mean that you're stealing it. It's the same logic. If purchasing isn't ownership, piracy isn't stealing. All you're going to do is create a new generation of people pirating. That's all you're going to do. And believe you me, the people involved in piracy and hacking and stuff like that, they are way better. They are way cleverer than the people that design these consoles. Because every time they put one out there, they are cracked almost immediately. Cracked almost immediately. But it does. I mean, I know this is getting a little bit broader, and I don't want to make it political, but it is. It legitimately is going down the same route of you will own nothing and you will be happy. But when you take away the physical, you don't just take away the RRP, which people don't necessarily have to pay. You take away the secondary market. And your Sonys and your Microsofts and your Nintendos have been desperate to get rid of the secondary market. Because to them, the secondary market is money they are losing out on. So trading in games, they go up for less money, maybe more affordable. Look, people have lots of different social economic backgrounds, right? And I know in the West particularly, that there seems to be an attitude, an ethos. I don't know what per se you really want to call it, where you're meant to go out and buy every brand new fucking game imaginable for what? £70, $80? That's out of a lot of people's economic reach. It's not feasible for them. They have to be frugal. They have to be discerning when it comes to making their purchase. I can't just go out and buy every single bloody game. I can't do that. I got a wife, kids. I got bills to pay. Got a car. I got blah, blah, blah. They can't just do that. But all these game companies, they think, right, new game, buy that, new game, buy that, new game, buy that. And so the secondary marketplace has been a blessing for a lot of people. Because maybe a big single-player game comes out and you know that that's going to reduce in price quicker than an online game because people are going to finish it, complete it, trade it. And then somebody can go into the shop and pick it up for 30, 40% less. Maybe even more than that, depending on... Did you see how many copies of The Last of Us Part 2 got traded in the first fucking week? They have wanted to kill that secondary marketplace off for a long time. And you can't kill the secondary marketplace off unless you kill physical media. And that's another big reason why they wanted full digital. Because then they control the sale of all of these games. Then they control the price of all of these games. And I don't know if any of you guys remember about 20 or so years ago when things like DLCs were just starting up. And I distinctly remember Microsoft, I'm absolutely positive that it's Microsoft, came out and said, guys, the digital age is going to be amazing because the digital age, we're not going to have the overhead of a brick and mortar store. We're not going to have the overhead of storing video games. We're not going to have the overhead of transporting and producing physical. We're not going to have all of those. And therefore, your digital media is going to be much cheaper than physical. Until they decided convenience came at a massive cost. And convenience came at a cost which was, wow, more than brick and mortar, more than transportation, more than the physical production, more than the storage. And now digital is more expensive than physical. And then you take physical out the equation and suddenly you can do whatever the fuck you want with those prices. You have carte blanche to do whatever. So the next phase is going to come in, which is what they've wanted to do for a long, long time, Rise the price. Raise that price. And that's inevitable. Inevitable. They want the $100 video game right now. Right now. And again, you have a secondary marketplace getting in the way of that. People start waiting. You take it away. What choice do they have? If they want it, they got to come to you to get it. I don't have Xbox Ultimate or anything like that. I canceled that donkeys years ago. I don't even have PlayStation Plus anymore. There's no need. There's no requirement. The PlayStation 6, it's going to be digital only. The next Xbox, by the way, Xbox are not going to turn around and go, well, we're sticking with physical. No, Xbox are going to follow suit. They're keeping quiet right now, but they're going to follow suit. They're going to go digital only. They've wanted to do that since at least 2013. Don Matrick. They've been desperate to go this route. Now that Sony has shot themselves in the face, Microsoft are going to be more than happy to just let them take the shit for now and then come out themselves and say, yeah, well, we're going to do the same. Well, I can purchase a game on PC that will look better, have a better frame rate than anything on a console. So what's the fucking point? Yeah, but this is going to be an exclusive. Okay. Oh well. You know. Oh well. So yeah, I think there's if you want to go into the reasons why, I think how they funneled us into digital, go check out my video. I tried to make this different. I tried to make this discussion concentrate more on the secondary market because that's not something I actually spoke about in the video. So go check out the video as to how I believe they've been funneling us into devaluing physical copies in this generation. Stymie with a $10 says, okay, as Supergirl /smash. Who really G's? What the fuck does this mean? Can I get a translation for this? Okay, as Supergirl /smash. Who really G's? AF. What the fuck does this? Oh, gives a who really gives a fuck? Who really gives a fuck? People that want to see this stuff fucking fail. That's who. People who see their favorite heroes being made a mockery of. People who want to see actual heroicism. People who are sick of nihilism. People who want a return to aspiration. Well, it's the apostrophe gave it, it's like, it's not give is. Who really give is it threw me off. The apostrophe threw me off. That's who gives a fuck. People actually want some standards back. Dagan Naxos with a $10 says, I think you need to borrow PPP's retard alert triangle for this guy. Ning, 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 ning. I actually do have a little triangle in the kitchen for retard alert. True story. True story. This is an endearing story. My missus, she's a little bit clumsy. Okay? She's a little bit clumsy. So we got the retard alert triangle for when she fucking breaks something. Gregory Brown with a
100 super chatter.
DCU's Clayface isn't going to make money whether it's good or not. Will they use that as the final excuse to dump Gunn rather than wait for 2027 and Man of Tomorrow to fail? Okay, good question. Now then, Clayface has the best chance out of any of these films, including Man of Tomorrow, to make a profit. If it is a $40 million budget, $50 million, but let's say 50 just to level it out. 50 million budget. What's the marketing going to be? That's going to be a huge element. Because if they, and by the way, just because your production budget is something doesn't mean the marketing is going to be lower than the production budget. That latest 28 years later film, $60 million production budget, $115 million marketing. What the fuck? Anywho, I digress. If they keep the marketing to, let's just say, the same amount as the production budget, right? Let's say they keep the marketing at around about 50 million and they don't go, then that means it needs to hit about 200 million to break even. So you're giving your film a good chance to make a profit. The problem with Clayface, actually, let's stick with some positives. As I've already said, horror is hot right now. So if they really lean into the horror, then maybe that's going to attract a slightly different audience. Maybe people who aren't necessarily into the superhero genre say, well, this looks different. And believe you me, we need different. This looks different. This looks interesting. Kind of reminds me maybe of The Substance, stuff like that, body horror. Maybe I'll give this a go. This has the best chance to make a profit if they keep the marketing under control. The problem is nobody knows who Clayface is really outside of comic fans, nerd fans. And look, there's probably a lot of people who are going to claim to be Clayface fucking aficionados that only heard of him when the movie got announced and just hit the Wikipedia immediately. There's a fucking plethora of those that exist. Oh, yeah. Is Clayface a trans icon? I can see that being said at the red carpet. So that goes against it. Another massive negative is it's a superhero genre film. And people are getting fucking tired of this shit, particularly when they're just getting trash. And it isn't just DC that's making trash. which they are, but Marvel have been making trash for a long time. The reason why, well, one of the reasons, there's multiple, but one of the reasons why there's so much excitement around Spider-Man is Tom Holland's Spider-Man's pretty beloved. And the films, they have fluctuated in quality for sure, but they're very watchable. Even the second one, which I didn't particularly think was a good film, there's still a lot of watchable elements. Tom Holland's very likable. He comes across as very likable outside of the character. He doesn't attack fans. He doesn't get political. He just comes across as somebody that's kind of living their best life, really. I mean, we'll see what happens when it comes to the Odyssey marketing, but holy shit. But outside of Spider-Man, there's no excitement for really anything in the superhero world. It's all been killed off by Shang-Chi and the Eternals and Doctor Strange pile of wank and the Thunderbolts and crap like that. People are tired of slop. So if Clayface markets more on horror than superhero, if it truly is an R-rated movie and actually leans into that R rating, it's got a chance at making a profit. Is it going to save the DCU? No. Because when you start creating... By the way, another thing people are sick and tired of is fucking universes. Instead of going to see a film, and this is why this is actually going to be, I think, in Clayface's favor, because it's going to feel different and broken off from the universe because it was never meant to fucking be in it. But people are universes. Oh, you got to do your fucking homework. I got to do my fucking homework before I see this film. Oh, if you want to see this film, you got to see these 5 TV shows, the 3 movies before. Oh, I don't want to do my homework. I want to be entertained. I don't want to do homework. Can we stop with the fucking multiverses and universes and anything else that's got verse in it? Holy cow. Joker, the first one, which was good, wasn't even a Joker script. It wasn't even a Joker script. It was adapted. It was an already pre-written film adapted into a Joker script. It wasn't set in any universe. It was standalone, and it worked. It worked. But remember, James Gunn said that the reason why Superman was going on VOD after 30 days wasn't because it was doing poorly at the cinema, which it was because Peacemaker Season 2 was coming out, and therefore they needed people to see Peacemaker Season 2. But Peacemaker Season 2 was for adults, and Superman was meant to be for a family audience. So that doesn't make any fucking sense. Clayface has the best chance of making a profit, but it's not going to save the DCU. And James Gunn's contract runs out either the end of this year or sometime into next year. I think Man of Tomorrow is going to be the last chance saloon for Gunn. If Man of Tomorrow underperforms, I think we're done. I think we're done with his universe. Well, I think we're done with James Gunn's contract. Now, whether or not they decide that they want to continue with the universe and put somebody else as the head of this universe, that's another shitstorm for another time. But I think Man of Tomorrow is the make or break. Nick XH has been a member for 29 months. Nick, thank you. Crimson Shadow with a 10 pound. I received good news from the hospital on Wednesday. My tests came back all clear for cancer. Doctors weren't taking any chances due to some family history. Just benign tissue buildup behind the pecs. He had titty cancer. Okay, well done, dude. That's okay. That's okay. You gotta check. You gotta check to make sure. Better safe than sorry and all that. So well done. Kurgan with a £5 says, the way Supergirl has gone, I think Clayface would be competing with the real BBC. We've only seen one trailer for Clayface. By the way, Clayface picking up shitloads of strays today. We've only seen one trailer for Clayface. I thought the trailer looked interesting. I did think the trailer looked interesting. But because it is such an obscure character, I don't know how this is going to go yet. I need to see more. I need to see more of the trailers. And I need to see more. I need to see the film. Because this could either be a little sleeper hit where, like I said, people go because it's sort of hinting at good horror vibes, and horror's hot. Horror's really fucking hot right now. But it could also be a two-edged sword, and people be like, who the fuck Clayface? Is this a superhero? Oh, not interested. It's gonna be, put it this way, if Clayface bombs, at least they'll probably lose less money than they would with Supergirl. But this is the safest film they have coming out from a financial perspective. Dirk Diggler with a 10 Australian says the only way DC can ever make a profit is if they have the characters of the Gunverse and the Snyderverse fight it out on screen. Story would suck, but the fights would be the draw. As you're a star. Thank you. I don't want to see. I don't want to ever see that. I don't want to see a fight to the bottom. Okay? That is a fight to the bottom. The Snyderverse didn't work. And the Gunverse isn't working because it's the... I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight to the bottom of the fucking barrel. Would it be a huge draw at the cinema? I would say probably not. Probably not. I just want everything to go away for a few years. I want everything to just go away because none of this is special. None of this is different. None of this is new. It's oversaturated. I want to make it feel special again. I want to have that different vibe. but we're not there. We're not there. We have an Avengers movie coming at the end of this year, which, by the way, if you've seen the leaks, it sounds garbage. But what's even worse is that the leaks are just focusing on Doom and Steve Rogers and whatnot. The film has fucking Shang-Chi and Yelena and all those fucking wank characters that none of us fucking like all over it. It sounds terrible. Terrible. Can it all just go away? Please. Please just go away. Disillusioned Man with the $2 says, "Hell, you're sexy, Adonis." How you doing? I'm doing good. Oh, by the way, guys, day 52. Day 52. Day 52, baby. Yeah, we're on day 52. Day 52. Day 52, no soda. Day 52, no energy drinks. Day 52, no takeaways. Day 1,300, no alcohol. Day 52. Woo! And Disillusion Man dropping 5 gifted memberships into the stream as well. Thank you. Thank you. Ricardo Sakai has become a member. Ricardo, thank you, sir. Oof. Ricardo Sakai. I don't know why I decided to just go full racism there, but I enjoyed it. I'm sorry. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure has been a member for 11 months. Thank you. And Tim Coffey has been a member for 33 months. Thank you, Tim. I'm just keeping an eye on the BO. I don't have BO. That's Chanel. We're wearing Chanel Bleu today. Actually, that's wrong. It's not Chanel Bleu. It's Bleu de Chanel. Not Chanel Bleu. Bleu de Chanel. Deodorant and aftershave with a Sure roll-on antiperspirant. I smell fucking good enough to eat. Stephen NUFC with a 10 pound, I reckon Newcastle United. Just ordered the Hot Toys blue and grey Michael Keaton version for £200, 40% off. Had to pick that up. Love all your content. Also, Supergirl won't even make 110. It might not, but the International does have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The domestic has Saturday and Sunday to add. So there's a chance, but you are. I'm trying to be generous, Stephen. I see you, Metal Slave. I see you. I'm trying to be generous. Also, if it underperforms, I can laugh even louder. Now then, Stephen, going back to you, where did you pick it up for 40% off? Where? Are you still in the chat, bud? Where did you pick it off for 40% less? I have it. It's right there. I do have it. It's right there. Boosh, boosh, boosh. It's actually going to be going into that cabinet this week because I'm going to be rejigging this bottom Batman cabinet. Supergirl's coming out, Flash is coming out, and Zod's coming out, and it's going to be it's sold out. No, I've got one, but where though? Where did you get it? Where did you get it 40% off though? That's all. I do have one. I don't need one. I do have one. I just want to know. Will it make it to 130? I think so. I think it's going to end round about 150. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower. He said Zavi. Do you know what? I need to keep an eye on Zavi because Zavi's been getting some decent stocks of things in recently. I need to keep... I used to shop at Zavi all the time. Hey, do you know what I used to fucking get at Zavi all the time? Do you know what I used to buy off Zavi all the fucking time? Physical video games. They always had this. Was it the Monday sale? Every Monday they would have a sale and they would have tons of video games and physical media and Blu-rays and all this kind of stuff. And Zavi were awesome to just buy shit from. And then I dropped off for some reason. I don't know exactly why. Well done, mate. That is I love it. I mean, I love it. To see Michael Keaton in the blue and gray with trunks, by the way, with trunks is awesome. Zavi used to be Virgin Media. Virgin, that's what Zavi is. Gulpy. Whee! Down the stairs it goes. So when I go down the stairs, I pick it up and then I just take it straight out to recycling. Yeah, boy. Gregory Brown with another $100 super chat. Woo, God, that's so good. For the grift. And ad's getting more views for his Supergirl videos than the movie has total customers by the end of the run. Look. The unfortunate thing is, well, for Supergirl, is the very first video I made about Supergirl, I already made more profit than Supergirl's movie was ever going to make. Because when something's going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars, and if I made $2, let's just say I made $2 on my first ever Supergirl video, it's more profitable than Supergirl. That's the crazy reality. Now, the funniest thing was when I actually got more views on my Starfleet Academy videos than Starfleet Academy got on Paramount Plus. That was the funniest shit. Oh. Gregory, legitimately, dude. Thank you so much. You've been insanely generous today. Insanely generous. But hey, before we carry on, I've had a hot toy on pre-order for a long time. Stephen, and it arrived this week. Now, it's from a franchise that will, you'll be like, what? You bought a hot toy from that franchise? Why? So it's a franchise that you would think I would not purchase a hot toy for. So let's play a game immediately. What franchise am I talking about? Davey's already in immediately. Star Wars. Yes. I have had a Star Wars hot toy on pre-order for a while now. And it arrived this week, and it's right here. And I'm going to show you it in a second. And there's a reason why I got it. Not an ironic reason, not a comedy reason, a legitimate reason that I actually want it, that I actually want it in my collection. And I'm going to show you it now. Spoiler alert, no, it's not Rey. And it doesn't have a lightsaber. It's fucking Chewie. It's Chewie. It's a fully furred, beautiful Chewbacca to go with my Han Solo. So I've got a classic Han and now a classic Chewie, because this is when Star Wars was actually fucking good. And this is actually the Empire Strikes Back version. So the box down there, I have a destroyed C-3PO with a net. So I could, which I'm not going to, but I could put the net on and have, with the bowcaster, oh yes. I could put C-3PO on his back, destroyed. But I just want a Han, Luke, Leia, Chewie, C-3PO, R2-D2. I've got a Lando in Bespin, and an Alec Guinness Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'll be a very happy bunny. I'll be a very happy bunny. I've got Darth Vaders, so you know. I don't need another Darth Vader. Meat Wizard with a $50 boobies. In my opinion, the target for Supergirl is our youth, in order to socially engineer them with their subversive messaging. It's the only reason Hollywood continues to put out those money-losing sloppy over and over again. Just my humble opinion. I do think, I mean, you know, Joe was going, this film's not woke. There is a lot of intersectionality in this film. There is a lot of more, it's more subtle. But there is a lot. Again, all the men are bad. It's all, you know, all men bad. Well, and what about Lobo? Lobo doesn't even exist in the film. There's no reason for Lobo to be there. There's no character to Lobo. He turns up. He hits things for a couple of minutes, and then he goes. All the men are bad. Supergirl, the what's that little girl called? I don't give a fuck. She says to Supergirl, why is he called Superman and you're called Supergirl? Supergirl, when she's talking about her trauma, Ruthie, when she's talking about her trauma, she says Clark doesn't have any trauma. He was a baby. He was a baby when Krypton blew up. You weren't even fucking born in the film when Krypton blew up. So she actually says in the film, Superman doesn't have any trauma because he was a baby and he got sent straight to Earth. What? So what happens when Clark found out that he was an alien from a different planet, a planet that was destroyed, where his parents died, where everybody died, and he was, in his own eyes at that moment in time, the last remaining Kryptonian? Oh, it's okay. He's fine. Only she can have the trauma. The film is horrible. She was horrible. So there's a lot of, is again, a lot of misandry, a lot of anti-male. But there again, I would also say that it's anti-feminine as well. I'd also say that. Because there's no fucking femininity in that film. Holy shit. But yeah, there's definitely some. They're trying to do the messaging just a little bit more subtle, but it's there in spades. She breaks the guy's arm, the alien male's arm, while arm wrestling, but when the female-only bandits attack her bus, her space bus, she lets them all off because they're victims. Whatever. Meekin with a 27-month, or Myken, either, maybe. Thank you, bud. Big PD with a $10 says, "Hey, Laz, picked up Lego Megatron Brickhead, but wish they would make a full-size one like Prime Bumblebee on Soundwave." Maybe. Not out of the realms of possibility, you know. Which I have, and they're awesome. Great show. Keep up with your gold. Cheers, mate. Notch, thank you. You've just reminded me about something. You've just reminded me about something. I do have the Optimus Prime and the Bumblebee. I'm not sure if I got gifted the Soundwave, but it wouldn't be here. It'd be at my other place with the missus. I don't know. I'll have to ask her. If not, I'll get it for here. Malcolm Tucker with another $5 says 3 hours. Fuck yeah. Well, it's been 2 hours 15. It's been 2 hours 15 so far. So probably maybe not 3 hours. By the way, I haven't even eaten today yet. I haven't eaten. I've had a coffee and my trusted sparkling water, which, by the way, has been an absolute. It's been a godsend. It has been a godsend because it does kind of give you the illusion of being filled up. That sounded a wee bit gay, and I'm okay with that. Noah Mint with a $5 says, "What's up, Az? I used to love PlayStation, I guess. They've made some of my all-time favorite games. With the recent news, I'm done. I will not be buying another PlayStation." I just cannot see the reason why. I cannot see a reason why to do that. So I can have a collection of nothing? No. I got a little bit of a game collection here. A lot of it is in storage, but downstairs I do have a cabinet in the front room that has like my PlayStation 1 games, my PlayStation 2 games, my Dreamcast stuff, my Mega Drive stuff, a little bit of 360 stuff. But all my PlayStation 4 games, like I said in the video, I've got about maybe around about 150 PlayStation 4 games. They're all boxed up. They're in storage. I just don't have the space for them here. But you have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself. How can somebody go from buying 150 plus PlayStation 4 physical games to buying about 15 to 20 on the next console? Is that my fault? It wouldn't appear to be. Is it a financial thing? Fortunately for me, not. No. I could if I wanted to. But if you check out the video, if you check out that video I did earlier in the week, then they funneled you. They devalued physical media. And I'll go into it in the video. And they funneled you into trying to just do digital only. Because they wanted to kill off physical sales. But that's a massive decline from one generation to the next. So I don't see any reason to get the next Xbox, the next PlayStation. I don't see any reason at all. Unless let's say PlayStation or Xbox, let's just say they announce something crazy. This is the new console and this is why you need it. And you're like, whoa! But which I don't think, then I don't see any reason to at all. This will be my final console generation. Jason Nelson with the $2 says, Millie Alcock only paid 400,000 K for Supergirl Wild. Right, okay. I need to get rid of this myth immediately. This is not a low number. We had this with Wonder Woman years and years ago, okay? This is industry standard. When a hero gets their own film, and Corn Sweat did get paid more than Millie Alcock for Man of Tomorrow, they start off on about $300,000, $400,000. And then if they get a sequel, that number goes up dramatically. So this is industry standard stuff. You get a low first pay. Well, I mean, I would be happy to have been paid $400,000 for that. But you get a, inverted commas, low first pay, but your film gets a sequel, it boosts up into the millions. You get into the seven figures. So she ain't hurting for cash there. This is standard industry stuff. This has been the case for donkey's years. They are trying to find every kind of cope imaginable to deflect away from the fact that the film was just shit. Hey, Soskers. 400K for a relatively unknown is a lot of money. Plus, she would have gotten bonuses if the film was successful. Yes. There'd be a bonus structure, but if she got the sequel, that base rate of 400K would go to probably 2-3 million. And that's just industry standard. Industry standard stuff, Jason. It's just like how they're trying to make a big deal out of, oh, well, Gillespie's cut had 11 minutes taken off it. Yeah, we know. Well, we know because there's been multiple different cuts and they announced before the film came out that it's been cut down from over 2 hours down to 1 hour 48. Would those 11 minutes save the film? Fuck no. I saw the rest of the film. You couldn't put an hour in to fucking save that film. It's all there's a huge blame game going on right now, and James Gunn's gonna get it. Number one, because he deserves to. Number two, because he's the head and deserves to. And number three, because he's the straight white male as well. The director's gay. Millie Alcock's a woman, so we can't have blame going there. But ultimately, the buck stops at James Gunn's feet, and rightly so. Rightly so. It's his. Put it this way, if the movie had been a monumental success, guess who would have got all the praise? So you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. If you want to take all the praise, you got to take all the criticism. You can't try and shirk responsibility if it doesn't succeed, but you would absolutely have taken full credit if it had. Can't have it both ways, mate. Jaded Fat with a $100 super chat. Oh, so good. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? The grift endures, even though the goal is broken. Even though, hold on, now the goal's reset. Oh, hold on, it's reset. Just do 30 minutes. Just do 30 minutes. Supergirl. Whoa. Get naked. Can we do that? Is this gonna an error? No, it's broken. An error occurred. Anything on tap for the gaming channel in the near future? Yes. If I can, tomorrow we're starting a new playthrough. And when I say if I can, it's if I get up at the right time and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Sinking City, the Sinking City. And it's going to go up on the gaming channel. Oh, God, I'm so glad somebody mentioned Stellar Blade. I've already done mixtape. It's set to members only on my channel, by the way. So if you're a member, just go to the members content section. Boom. You got lots of stuff hidden in there. Lots of stuff hidden in there. But yes, I'll be starting a playthrough of The Sinking City because there's a sequel coming out later this year, and I'm interested in it. So I want to see what the first one is about. Jaded Fett. So there we go. And somebody mentioned Stellar Blade. I logged on to Stellar Blade the other day, right? Because I was actually playing Resident Evil 4 on my PlayStation 5, believe it or not. I logged on to Stellar Blade. Now, I don't know if you watched me play it live, but there's a little bit of missing time in one of the cuts, because there was this maths puzzle, and I did the first one, just boom, immediately. Then there was a second maths puzzle, and for some reason, I just could not see the pattern. I just couldn't see it. And I was going crazy trying to work out this fucking puzzle. And I was stuck on it for like 2 hours. And then I just gave up. I'd had enough. It got me incensed. And then after that, I never went back to it. Finished the playthrough. I never went back to it. The other day, I log on to Stellar Blade. Why? I don't know. I just wanted to have a little look. And I logged on to Stellar Blade, and I was in that town. And I just said to myself, oh, dude, remember that maths puzzle? So I went back to the maths puzzle. And by the way, hand on heart, cross my heart, hope to die. And I never looked up any solutions or anything. I don't like doing that kind of stuff. And I went back to the puzzle to see if I could solve it. And I shit ye not. I looked at the puzzle and I immediately saw the whole pattern. I immediately just like, wait a minute, that plus that equal. And so I put in the answer and it was right. And I was just like, oh my God. How? How did I not see when I first played it? How did I not see this? I did. I fucking Rayman'd that fucking thing. I beautiful minded that fucking thing. I couldn't believe it. It literally took me less than 60 seconds to see the pattern. Less than 60 seconds. Oh, Lady Erin, no. I have never been able to figure out the puzzle in that room in Blueprints. The one with the pictures. The one with the pictures. I've never been able to figure that one out. Never been able. Hold on. Are we getting some Supergirl figures coming in? Thank you, Jaded Fat. You are a ridiculously generous person. Oh my God! Are you shitting me? Okay. Right. The Friday did 3.6 million, which was terrible. Okay. As I've said to you, Saturday's the best day of the weekend. The Saturday did 2.5 million. The Saturday did 2.5 million. Down 31% from the Friday. Now they're predicting the Sunday to be 3.5 million. I don't think so. So we're going to find out exactly what the Sunday is tomorrow, but they're predicting 3.5. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to get close to that based off the Saturday. But it's at 58.5 million in total. It's a 74% drop off. A 74% drop off. And like I said, I think they've over predicted the Sunday. So that could go down even further tomorrow. If the Sunday has been over projected. Holy shit. So before the international has been updated, it's on 95. So the international should take it over 100. 1 point, you think 1 point? No, I think the Sunday is going to be 2 point I'm gonna go with I don't know. This is just it. You can't even predict it anymore. It's so over the place. But I imagine it's going to be I'm going to say 2.3. I'm going to say 2.3. I think it's going to lose 1.2 million off that. We'll see. We'll see. But holy. Now, this has got to be updated. This has got to be updated Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Whoa. I can't even. What is that? What is that? Sweet Jesus. Yeah, the viewing public said whatever. Truth, justice, whatever. And as I said, by the way, before the film came out, if your superhero is apathetic, then how do you think the audience is going to feel? Well, if she can't be asked, why should I? But what is that? That is insane. I couldn't even got close to predicting this. I couldn't have even got close to. That is crazy. That's crazy. I'm so fucking happy. I'm so happy. Let it all burn, baby. Let it all burn, Hollywood. To the fucking ground. Holy. Young Washington beat it by a country mile. Young Washington beat it by a country mile. So there was no hope. There was absolutely no hope of Supergirl claiming third spot. None. Not even close. The Minions of Monsters, if anybody's bothered, Minions of Monsters has already done more than Supergirl's in domestic in its opening 5 days. Minions of Monsters had I tell you what, that 4th of July yesterday, it's affected everybody. It's affected everybody. Minions of Monsters had a horrendous Independence Day as well. Look at that. 16.5 on the Friday. Not 16 billion, I'm afraid. 9.5. Wow. I thought people would have been going to the cinema on 4th of July. I guess they were attending parties, barbecues. 250, yeah. Maybe that 3.5 for the Sunday is a little bit high, but maybe it'll actually go to about 2.8, not 2.3. Maybe about 2.8. But I thought like families would take their kids to the cinema. I thought they would have taken kids to the cinema. This was always going to be a 4th of July where everyone was actually partying. I know it's the 250, Gary. I know it's the 250, but holy shit, man. The whole looks like the whole of the it looks like the whole of the box office took a massive hit on Saturday. Holy. Let's have a look at Toy Story. Let's see if Toy Story had the same. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Massive drop on the Saturday as well. Oh, So yes, 4th of July. Wow. Wow. But Supergirl, 74% drop off. 74% drop off from weekend 1 to weekend 2. With Sunday's numbers to be clarified tomorrow. So if they're adjusted down, it's going to be even worse. Oh, well. Oh, well. Disillusion Man with the $2 says, I'm jealous of your truly awesome basement. It's a pretty nice basement, isn't it? Pretty nice basement. Boobies. That's all it's missing. Liad with a 13 month says, are you excited for the England game tonight? Oh, man. I think, look, of course I want England to win. Of course I do. England have not played well this World Cup at all. Harry Kane and that other lad are the only two. But Harry Kane's the only, he just looks like the only world-class star that we have. We've been really poor, pretty much. And I cannot see how, if we continue to play today the way that we have, Mexico are going to do us over. And they could do us over convincingly. So I of course I want England to win. I want them to turn up tonight. I want them to play fucking well tonight. But the way we've played this tournament so far has been poor. Has been very poor. And if it wasn't for Harry Kane, we'd be on our way home by now, probably. So fingers crossed, but I think Mexico are going to do us. I do think Mexico are going to do us today. They're looking good. The only thing I can hope is that Mexico are peaking too early. And we haven't peaked at all. So maybe we turn up tonight and boom. But it starts at 1 o'clock in the morning, man. 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm hearing excuses already. Well, I mean, there's excuses and there's realism, you know. There's reality. Aren't Mexico unbeaten there as well for goodness knows how long? Niffy with a 50 Swedish says, do you think Will Smith would be cast as James Gunn in Disney's future biopic of his life? Yeah. Cocks of a feather stick together. I think, do you know what? I think Portugal are going to have trouble today as well. Portugal haven't played. I think Brazil are going to have trouble today. I think Brazil are going to have. I think Norway are going to pose Brazil some problems. I do. If I was Brazil, I would. I wouldn't take Norway lightly. I think Norway are going to prove to be a really big challenge for them today. Chill Guys with a £2 says Rick Flag Sr. is also a gun self-insert. I can't see it. I can't see that. He's too masculine. Frank Grillo's way too masculine. Gun's not masculine. I can't see that. It's Jimmy Olsen. It's Jimmy Olsen. It's the It's the nerdy dude that nobody expects that gets all the girls. That's totally his fucking selfish. That just like punches way above his weight and nobody knows why. It's because you're rich and you're connected. I've solved the fucking problem, James. I've solved the problem. I've solved the enigma, James. I saw Gary's video, and I think it was the Friday night one when they're talking about it. And Gary said the perfect thing about James Gunn's wife. I think it was actually, yeah. And it was just like, if she wasn't married to James Gunn, she'd be lucky to get a bit part on a daytime soap opera. And that made me laugh. And it was just like, that is so true. That is so true. Father Christopher Miller with a $5 says, heading out. But if they could make a show of Jimmy Olsen, issue 115, I'd be in. Now I've got to see the cover now. I like the Lois Lane. It's time to live as a black woman. I like that one. That's good. Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen 115. Let's have a look. Oh, is that the water one? Yeah. Superman. Stop this crazy test. Let us share that water or we'll die. The Superman's just pouring out the water in the desert. Sorry, Jimmy. The ground rules allow only one survivor. You or Aquaman. Well, we all know who that should go to then. Gazmat with a $10 says, hey, Az, I love that you're milking that dead cow of a movie. Someone should make some money from it. Well, yeah. If James Gunn doesn't want to make any money from it, I'll make some money from it. I'll make some money. James clearly doesn't. James clearly doesn't. I'm okay with making some money. I like making money. I think making money is better than losing money. I don't know. It's a crazy attitude, I know, but there we go. Steve Anthony Perch has been a member for 17 months. Thank you, Steve. Take care of yourself, bud. Spider Claw with a $5 says, Az, did you hear the rumor they have Adria Arjona for Wonder Woman? She's too small. But someone in a comment mentioned Rachel Pizzolatto. She's perfect. I got good news for you, Spider Claw. It's never going to matter. It's never going to matter. Because next year, Gunn's contract will be over. And his verse will be done. And then somebody else will come in. And somebody else will sort out their stuff. So, yeah. There you go. Malcolm Tucker with a $5 says, Az, I've been watching Doc Martin lately. Really like it and love the film, filming location, Port Isaac in North Cornwall. Cornwall's a lovely county. Martin Clunes is awesome. I never watched Doc Martin. I never watched it. Yeah, Martin Clunes would have made a good doctor. In actual fact, he was at once boobies. At one point, he was actually a head runner to be the new doctor. So there we go. Yeah. It would have been. I think he has that look. You know. I think he has that look about him. Gazmat with a $2 says, has anyone played Abyssus? Abyssus? Not me. Gonzarodim with a $5 says, also, don't forget, Steam is a DRM scheme that's storefront. It's just the least offensive one, but you still own your games. Yeah, I mean, look, Steam's digital. You know, it's not physical. It's just digital. So the positive thing about Steam, in as much as it's PC, so your stuff's going to look better on Steam than it is on a console. More often than not, cheaper, especially with the catalog of games that they have. And consoles, they can't compete with that. They haven't got anything to compete with Steam. So if you're gonna have to do it, you got to go to the best place there is for it. And if that's going to be Steam, it's Steam. Sure as hell ain't any of the consoles. And Enrique Caro with a €5 says, physical media forever. I bought yesterday Lord Huron's Strange Trials, or Trails even. Put it in the turntable. I learned to use 47 years ago, and I had a blast. Wow. Physical media is the way, though. As I've said, if I like a video game and it has a physical copy, I tend to pick up, not all the time, but for the most part, I tend to pick up the physical copy of it. When it comes to TV film, absolutely. Absolutely. Because like we've already said, when you get to digital only, they can do whatever they want to video games, TV shows, movies. They can censor, they can edit, they can change, they can do whatever the fuck they want. You got to have the authentic stuff if you can. Malcolm Tucker with a $5 says in DSP voice, now guys, if you want me to play this game, you're going to have to give me more support. You wanted me to play this game. I want to play this game. But unless we hit the goals, guys, I'm going to have to stop playing and play something that people are going to support. They did a Blueprints physical edition, and I have it. It's in my other apartment in Chat's Mumland. But yes, they did a limited physical release of Blueprints, and I picked it up. Very happy about that. Very happy about that. Even though it's over there and not here. Lost Cause 96 has been a member for 6 months. Thank you. And Tharghost, babies. Tharghost with a 10-month. Thank you. Blueprints was amazing. Apparently, I was speaking to Mauler, and he said there's a bunch of stuff that we haven't even touched on in Blueprints. I was like, holy shit. Lucky Chat's mum, her and ours have been together for years now. We've been together over 2.5 years now. In actual fact, we just went over a few days ago. We just went over 2 years, 7 months. In it to win it, baby. The Imperial Brick with a $2 says, I heard Disney was also going to stop DVD production. That will be the next thing that happens, by the way. All of this is an inevitability. Physical media gives you control that they want. So it will all happen inevitably. Hitchhiker 42 with a membership for 30 months. Hi, as all PlayStation users should end their accounts and stop buying digital content. But I'm happy playing Rogue Squadron 2 offline on my GameCube. Dude, he's been married for 34 years. On the 9th of July. Don't be me. Ah, dude, 34 years. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, duty. I envy you. I envy you because that's so beautiful, man. 34, that's beautiful, dude. Harry Brownhole with a 2 Canadian. Oh, yeah. I want to get myself a GameCube. I do have a black one, but I want a purple one. I want to get myself a purple GameCube. I'm going to rig it up in the front room, and I want to play Phantasy Star online, offline, on my big fucking TV. That's what I want to do. And I'm going to do it. After this stream, I'm buying a purple GameCube, and I'm fucking going to do that. Harry Brownhole with a 2 Canadian says, oh shit, Death of Robin Hood, 5.5 million in 17 days. I never even knew it was out. I never even knew the fucking thing was out. Box Office Mojo have changed Minions from 16.4 billion to 16.4 million. Oh, R.I.P. I didn't even know the fucking thing was out. When I heard the Death of Robin Hood, I was immediately just like, I don't want to watch it. Everything's the death of all our heroes get dead, dying. The Death of Robin Hood. I don't want to turn up for the Death of Robin Hood. Now, Robert loved it. Robert Meyer Burnett saw it and he really enjoyed it. But I'm so over nihilism. I need that hope core. I need that hope core. Hot take, I hated Logan. I don't think that's a hot take. It's a heavy film. I thought it was a good film, but I've ever only seen it once. It's very heavy. It's not a kind of movie that you go back and rewatch. As, how do you feel about Batman's new lady? I don't care. I mean, well, I'm not buying any of that shit anymore, so. Oh, God. It's just so fucking insufferable. It's just so insufferable. That's another thing that Tom King did that he could go fuck himself in his face about. Killing Alfred. Let's take Alfred away from Batman. I'll go fuck off. I fucking hate comics today. I hate mainstream fucking comics. Fucking trash. Trash. Postal Joe, the $2. At least the Supergirl soundtrack is kind of. Brendan Lucas with a £10. It was happenstance when the consoles were ahead of PC. In the mid-90s, N64 could buy superior processor off the shelf. But by 2000, Intel was catching up and Sony had to move heaven and earth for the PlayStation 2. But they did. Dude. Oh, man. I remember I worked at a game store when the PlayStation 2 came out. I worked at a fucking game store. Those days will, oh, man. They're long gone. The day that they turned their back on gamers was the day that console gaming died. Malcolm Tucker with another $5 says, what do you think about Dead Air Jazz bad knee and his bankrupt future? Thoughts and prayers? Thoughts and prayers or something, maybe? Miss Liam Reese with a 34-month says, this is 100% your fault. When somebody starts a sentence like that, I'm already hard. I'm already turned on. Okay. I just bought my first hot toy, and now my wallet is asking for a divorce. So the next question is, what did you get? What was your first hot toy? Just put it in the comments section. What was it? Boobies. Let me know. Let me know what it was. Inquiring minds need to know. DB has been a member for 26 months. DB, thank you. The solar engineer. Jesus, I nearly said this. I nearly said the solar. I nearly said the solar. I nearly said the solar. The solar engineer with a $20. Azzy, you're still my favorite slice of boiled gammon. Boiled gammon. Oh my God. Can't you at least grill it? Please. Can you at least grill the gammon? Can we not boil gammon? I love gammon. As narrowly avoiding an oopsie. Yeah. As an RMB's old streams is the cause of my hot toy collection. Nice. Nice. I didn't see. I don't know if they've gone. I didn't see a response to that. I want to know. I want to know what they got. Thank you, Solar Engineer. Metal Slave with a $104 super tractor. 104 for 32 days and 32 more. Thank you, Metal Slave. Good to see you, sweetie. But thank you. Day 52, baby. Day 52. We're looking at 3 figures. We're looking at you. We're coming for you. 100? You ain't gonna know what's fucking hit you, brother. You ain't gonna fucking know. 52 days and counting. Let's fucking go. Epic Reader with a membership for 27 says happy 250th USA. Yeah. I mean, it was the biggest mistake of your life. It's okay. People make mistakes. Jason Bingaman with a $2 says, when will Gun Blame World Cup for Supergirl fail? World Cup, 4th of July. Somebody said that in an interview. I don't know how legit this is. But apparently basement dwellers. I don't know. I need to see some proper context for that one. But any excuse apart from it was his fault. I don't personally care which. I just have to look at the box office and smile. DB with a £2 says Gary's playthrough of Mixtape was hilarious. Nice. Oh yeah, Mauler contacted me during the week. He says his text was, "Hey, can I interest you in a Mixtape EFAP?" And I just responded with, "No, I don't think you can." And then he contacted me back and went, then he added to it. It was just like, well, we're going to go through the Joe Danger supercar and there's some interviews that we want to watch. I was like, okay. But if it was talk about mixtape, I love you, Mola. I love you, EFAP. I can't do that. So it's going to be different. It's going to be, we're not talking about. So yeah, okay. I'll be there this coming Saturday. I'll be on EFAP. Harry Brownhole with the 2 Canadians says, have you watched Star Wars Recreation in Cardboard? Fantastic. No. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's wonderful. I don't care. I don't care. Duty Streams with a $5 says she should pay Warner $400K for that garbage. Also, PlayStation and Xbox are destined to be third-party developers making games for PC and Nintendo. Stop fighting it. Hey, if you think that's out the realms of possibility, have a good look at Sega. Have a good look at Sega. Have a look at Atari. It's a happening. I would absolutely say Microsoft, but after what Sony pulled this week, why not join the club? Psychotic Mongoose gifting a membership to the stream. Psychotic Mongoose, thank you. Thank you. Inkawell with a $2. Will you play The Artful Escape? Joe Danger did. I've never heard of it. I'll have to look into it, but the way that you're sniggering, I'm probably going to be like, probably not. Epic Reader with a $50 super chat. Mr. Epic Reader and I seriously considering upcoming fellowship trip to the UK. Would love to see some as crossing our fingers. Okay. Duty with another $5. Any chance we get a closet clean out in the future? Your very own investment day. Oh my goodness me. I'll promise to drop massive support. Duty, the problem is, I actually cleaned my house up weeks ago. So my house is in pretty good fucking nick right now. And yeah, I love to stay in the closet. Okay? I love being in the closet, not out the closet. But how did his investment day go? Did he get lots of support? Jumping onto the PayPal side, DD with an £8.20, so I reckon probably $10. Are you planning on streaming more of the Korean simulator game? Maybe. I gotta be honest with you though, DD. The first stream, people didn't really seem that into it, so I don't know if they just didn't quite gel with that one. But apparently, there's gonna be some DLC for 5 Hearts Under One Roof Part 2. So maybe I'm deeply closeted, but I'm not coming out. Fucking Norm McDonald. I fucking miss you, Norm. I fucking miss you, Norm. And also on the PayPal side, GM with a £5 says, "Hey, Az, what's the best Capaldi Doctor Who episode?" Whoo. Deep Breath. I absolutely love Deep Breath. Hellbent is crazy good as well. Yeah, those to me are his 2 best. Those I say is his two best. As is so straight, he's in the closet. I'm so straight. I'm in the closet cleaning it up, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying. Just saying. Charlie Brown is a winner with a $10. Says, we went to baseball games, cookouts, and fireworks. What's a movie theater? America! How good on you? Good on you for doing that. Yeah? Jaded Fat with a 33-month membership says, have watched a few playthroughs of Sinking City. Think you might enjoy it. Looking forward to it. Nice. Nice. Buster T538 with a $2 says, did you ever do a Crimson Desert playthrough? I did some streams. I got distracted doing some other stuff. I think videos. I think I started to concentrate more on doing videos. And so I haven't streamed it for a while. I really want to. I'd love to sink a ton of time, because that game looked like it. The further out you got, the crazier the game got. So I really do want to play more of that. Bun God with a 20 Swedish says, think Gunn is going to mess up Clayface movie too. I don't think he's got anything to do with it. I don't think he's had anything really to do with Clayface. So that's going to be a positive in Clayface's favor. It was already a written script. It was meant to be in Matt Reeves' universe. But then James Gunn took it and now it's in his universe. So I think it's got the least stinky James Gunn fingers on it. Robert Hayes with a $2 says, Master Ninja theme song. Stop saying words like that. I don't want to slip. Last Guyan King with a 54-month membership. Thank you. Thank you, 54. Robert Hayes with another $2. Speaking of ninjas, fuck off. Tell us about Hero Turtles. I never got into Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. James Hannifin with a $5 says, are you considering a Lanterns weekly review? No. Okay, hold on. I was a little too quick to say no. I think the no was an immediate response to that. It was just like a bang. I'm gonna have to watch the first episode to see. I don't think the show's gonna be any good. I think it's gonna drive me crazy about how much they're gonna break Green Lantern lore and the way that stuff works. So maybe I'd say there's a good chance of me doing a review on the first episode. Whether or not I continue to do the rest of the series is another matter. I guess we'll have to see how the first episode does. But I have absolutely no optimism, I guess. I have no optimism for that series at all. And we are caught up. And yes, we did actually go over 3 hours. So guys and gals, that's where we're going to leave it for this. It's gone like that. This stream has gone like that for me. Like that. 3 hours, 10 minutes. Boom, gone, done, over. Crazy. But I'm going to be back in 50 minutes with Sunday Fun Day. And hold on, I just got to see if Kara's wait. No. And we're going to no QBG today. because he's being a great father to his wonderful kids. So we're going to be doing the headliners. So we're going to be doing the headliners. So massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Mods, thank you so much for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, membered, remembered, gifted memberships, and you guys again, you are a bit crazy today. Thank you so much indeed for supporting the channel. I'll see you in 50 minutes from now. Until then, you take care. Good